Hi everybody, welcome back to my Flosstube. My name is Karen and this is KBH Stitches. I'm Flosstube 21 and it is October 2nd already and spooky season has begun. Instagram was so fun yesterday. So many Halloween starts. Everybody could just feel it. And speaking of Halloween starts, go watch Cross Stitch the Globe. They just did a bunch of free Halloween patterns. So if you are feeling in the mood but you don't have a pattern, go over there, watch them. They're hilarious. And then find a pattern and get started in the spooky season. So anyway, like I said, this is Flosstube 21. You would think I would be better by now, but my cough is hanging on. So I'm going to try to get through this, but I do have a few drinks to help me along the way. I don't know. It has been well over a month, but I still have this cough. So anyway, welcome back if you're returning. Welcome if you're new. Again, KBH Stitches, Flosstube, and Instagram. Just wanted to say thank you for all the comments. I love the comments. And thank you to all my new Zoom friends. I am having the best time, and I met Sally and her, God, you guys, I'm off to a start. It's her Flosstube and her Instagram, Flossie Sews and Grows, and her name is Sally, and we have so many projects in common, it's not even funny. And she just celebrated her 50th birthday, and she did it perfect. She did it so right. It's just wonderful. So go watch her most recent video. It came out yesterday. Stitchy kindness. It's lovely. Just go watch Sally. She's a joy. All right, I'm going to jump in because I have piles upon piles of things to get through. So first, FFOs. Thank you so much for the love for all my little pillows. I'm very happy with how those all turned out. And very excited to be able to kind of revisit them every month. But they were fiddly, not gonna lie, but they were a joy. So I don't have however many, I only have 2 FFOs this time, but I wanted to get to those. So the first off is yesterday, my friends Petals and Pins and Wanda Stitching Kitchen and I started our yearly Black Cat Sal. And so this was last year's project. And this is from the Witchy Stitcher. It's called Kitty Surprise. And I stitched this on 22 count white. It's Ada, but it's Hardinger. I don't know. It came from Michael's. So this was stark white. And I, for the first time, used, it's an antiquing spray that I forgot to bring up here. So I will put it below. But it's just a spray bottle. Sorry. And I just took it outside and sprayed. And I love how it turned out. I could have made it a lot darker. This was just like one layer, I guess. But I just love how it really covered every bit of the stark white and even my stark white stitches. And so I just love how that turned out. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you may know that last year, my husband started wrapping my presents in half yards of fabric. And this was one of the half yards. Isn't it perfect? And so then I did a poll on my Instagram about what color to do the trim on, and black won. And I had never used black before. I guess I just thought it was kind of, I don't know, bland, but I love how it turned out. So anyway, so that was my Black Cat Sal project from last year. I antiqued for the first time. My husband's fabric came in for the first time. And I'm just thrilled with that one. And so I'll put that out starting now. I put all my fall stuff out on September 1st, and then after I do this video, I'm going to add all the Halloween. So that was the first one. And this is the second one. This is from With Eye Needle and Thread. It's a book called Keeper of the Pins. And I just used my own colors on this. And on this little tomato, you're supposed to use beads there. Ugh. I just did little stitches instead. And I'm actually, I ordered a little tomato charm to add there. And then I finished another one of these that I'm going to show you. And I bought this cute red tray, tiered tray, leveled. I don't know. There's a big circle at the bottom and there's a smaller circle at the top. It's red and it's super cute. And so I'm taking this, the other one I did, my bowl of strawberries, and kind of making a little sewing tomato thing. So I finished this one in the same fabric that I finished my bowl of tomatoes with. And then I'm going to show you the other 3 finishes that I had that I'm going to fully finish. And hopefully I'll put that all together and show it to you next time. But until then, this was a fun little stitch, real quick. And again, I just used my own colors. All right, so those are the FFOs. I did get more finishes. So this was actually haul. Whoop. This is haul. So yes, I got my haul. I opened my haul. I stitched my haul, and I'm still showing it as haul. This is from, the newest market. Silver Creek Samplings, Talk to Me Goose. And I say this to myself a lot. I mean, Top Gun was like the movie when I was like 11. And so it has a special place in my heart. Plus, I mean, Goose, are you kidding? Oh, the worst. I can't watch that movie anymore. But like it happens a lot in this room, actually. If I'm sitting down to stitch something or to sew something, I tend to get myself into quite a lather, as I am now. And sometimes I get so worked up and I just have to go, wait, stop, talk to me, Goose. And I just kind of come together. And that is a very personal share. So I don't know that a lot of people know that about me. Now you do. So anyway, I stitched up Talk to Me Goose. It was so fun. That goose. He's a goose wearing sunglasses. I love it. And so I want to finish this somehow to like have in this room. I don't want to make a pillow. And so I have one of these blocks from Michael's. I don't know. Everybody was buying these a couple years ago. And I thought it might fit on there. You guys, that's silly. And then I got this, I think at Michael's, this little, it's not a charcuterie board, but it wants to be. It's like a baby charcuterie board. Anyway, I can't figure this out, but I thought I could also fit it on that. So hopefully next time I will have this fully finished into something that I can, that all fell, that I can have in this room for my Talk to Me Goose moments. All right, second finish. This was my 2 threads, oops, that's backwards. My 2 threads a day for a very long time. This is Quaint Rose Needle Arts, Mary Amelia's Bird. And I was stitching this with the Roxy Floss Co. conversion. And that was going to be like a great reveal and I messed it up. There she is. Sorry, my light is, that was a mistake. Maybe that's a little bit better. So anyway, I stitched this on Osnaburg cotton fabric that I tea-dyed. And so the weave of Osnaburg is more elongated than, so she's a little plump. She's a little plumper. But I love it. I love it. Whoo, these parts gave me the fits, but we got there eventually. So I would like to find a frame for her and add her to the wall up here. And in the original chart, it says like Mary Amelia. I just didn't put that part on. So this was a 2 threads a day for about a month and start to finish. So that was exciting. And then, as I said, I finished another, ooh, everything is falling. I finished another piece from that Keeper of the Pins. I love this one. And on this one, there were some needles and pins like that other one. I just left them off. So I finished those. And then, if you'll remember from the Midsummer Stitch, we got a set of 3 little or 4, I don't remember how many there were, from Pickens. Shoot. I'll write it below. Sorry. And they were to do little tops to mason jars, but I had stitched the little tomato pin keep and made it into a pillow. And so I went ahead and I stitched the spools and the buttons. So I hope to finish all these, and then in my little tray in the bottom, I'll have my tomato bow, my tomato spool, my tomato alphabet, and in the top, I'll have my little pin keep, my little spools, and my little buttons. Yay! So that should happen quickly. I have plans to do that. Actually, my plans tomorrow got canceled, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. All right. I have another little finish, but we'll get to it. Okay, so those are my FFOs and my finishes. A lot of those are 2 threads a day. So again, my stitching day is, I start every day with my 27.5 project. Then I have a series of projects that I do 2 threads a day on. And then I have a bag. My son picks a bag every week and I work on that project. So like today, between my 27.5 down to my week, I'm going to stitch on 8 things. So I've gotten a little out of control. If I just did my 27 a day and my weekly bag, I would be getting a lot more progress on these whips. But things come up like Sal's, or I want smalls so I can finish, or anything. Anyway, so that's my excuse. It's not my excuse. It's just what's happening. So anyway, oops. So we start the week. We start the day. Woo! Peacock, unicorn, and a badger. And so last time I showed you, I had gone all the way to this end. So I finished that sun, and then I came back and I did this. I don't know if it's a bug or a flower. Anyway, and then I'm going to fill in, I'm filling in background. I'm going to fill in all this background. Oops, I'm going to stick this back on before I lose it. I'm going to fill in that background, and then I'm going to come down and do this little thing and this branch, and then I get to do the squirrel. The squirrel, the squirrel, the squirrel. So, that is going very well. I just keep that project on my Qsnap, and so it is the first thing I do each day. All right, then I have up, this is my second, I keep my second 2 threads a day in here, and these are more like big projects. So this was, I had Mary Amelia's bird in here. Shoot, I forgot the picture of this. That's okay, I have it over here, I think. I forgot the chart downstairs, but this is Golden Delicious by the Artsy Housewife. And I was lucky enough to have a lovely friend send me the chart as well as the Roxy Floss Go Floss. Y'all, I'm a convert. This stuff is gorgeous. Ow! Got my finger though. So I am also participating in the 2 kinds of delicious hashtag for this with Cross Stitch the Globe. The reason it's 2 kinds is because this is the original chart, and then the Artsy Housewife also reformatted it for a dark piece of fabric. But I'm doing this on a piece of 40 count something Ethel, I think, from Fortnite Fabrics. And this is where I've got. I will tell you, I miscounted everything in that. Ooh, Lord, I just flew my needle. Ugh, everything. I don't know. It's so symmetrical. I don't know how I had so much trouble, but I did. But look at those colors. Here, stop showing my stupid face and show those beautiful colors. So this one is fun. So this is my new big 2 threads a day project, and we'll just work away and eventually have a finish just like my bird. All right. Sorry, guys. I need a drink too. Every month I am picking a Mill Hill kit, and now I'm having my son randomly pick a Mill Hill kit for the hashtag Mountain Out of a Mill Hill Sal. And so in here I have last month's finish. Blammo. She's a taco. So I did this one last month. And I have a question about, well, I don't know. These yellows, I guess they're right. I hope so. So my last Mill Hill kit, and actually the one for this month, said when it had like multiple strands of a color. This one didn't. And the colors were like yellow, medium yellow, light yellow, bright yellow. So it may very well look different, but we get the gist. So that was my finish for September. And then this, I'll just show you. Sorry, I have little bits and pieces and everything. This was our poll for October. It's Ugly Sweater. It's so cute. Look at his fun nose. So I haven't started. I got everything all set though. And this one said, it said teal, 3 strands, brown or whatever, 2 strands. So this one was much easier to kit up. So like I said, I put them on the card and then I write the symbol on this card so that if I do end up picking the wrong color, at least I'm consistent about it. So started that one yesterday, and that will be my October. And then this is a vintage owl lady bag. My son loved dinosaurs and I'm holding on to it. He's gonna be 16 in 2 weeks. Ugh, yuck. That feels bad. 2 weeks from today, actually. Woo! Ah! So anyway, these are my 2 threads a day projects. So first up are these Christmas seed packs from Stitching with the Housewives. And here is mistletoe seeds. So I finished all the white, all the pink, all the green. So I'm just going back and filling in the red. This is actually, so black. I had so much trouble and then I forgot to turn on my light one day. So I can see way better if I have no light coming on top of it and having something white or light coming through the back. I had much more success. with that. So that was kind of a happy accident that I found that one. So if you need help with your eyes, try that with the black. Light from behind instead of over. These are little season pin keeps from Ashbury's Echoes. I'm stitching them on tea-dyed Osnaburg that I did with the called for DMC. I finished the winter one. Yes, I am scared of snowmen, but we managed. And I'm almost done with the spring. I just have to put a little table and some grass, and that one will be done. So those are fun. Those are super little, and I'll be able to have 3 little fully finishes out of that. So that's what I like to do with my 2 threads a day, are kind of things that will give me those finish energy, as well as excuse me, as well as, yep, she lost it. No clue, y'all. And then on the first day of spring, I pulled this out just by chance. I was looking for something and I happened to pull this out, and I thought, well, let's do that for spring. This is As the Crow Flies Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. Sorry. This was a kit that came from Hobby House Needleworks. She's right there. And so I love this because it came with the fabric and it came with the floss. It came with all those flosses and it came with the fabric. I almost showed it to you upside down. This is great fabric. I don't have a clue, but it's pretty. So yeah, so I've come, this is like, let's see, this is down here. So I'm gonna go up and do all this middle part and then try and jump over and do the border and save my bird and house for the end. That's not coming across very nice. It's a much richer color. This looks very muted, but it's like, it's more bronzy colored. So those 3, along with my 2 kinds of delicious Sal, are my 2 threads a day project. And then I also added a new start to it yesterday that I'll get to. So, but as you can see, like I have my 27.5 project is going to take me years. And then these 2 threads a day are really just usually small projects, but also like a big one that I want to be consistent on, or I want to participate in the Sal on, or whatever the case may be. And then I have my weekly bag that my son picks. And those probably, as the year has gone on, aren't getting quite as much attention, but they're getting some. And so we'll just be happy with that. All right, so on to my whips. I think what I'm gonna show you first, I did 2 starts for Sampler September, and then I did a start yesterday for the 1st of October. So I think I'm gonna start those, I'm gonna show you those first, and then I will get into my weekly whip bag. Sorry, I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit here because everything just fell. Oh well. Okay, so this was my first back to school Sal start. This is a bag from Kathy's Posies. Excuse me. And this is Mary Hill 1854. This is from Needlework Press. It was either a retreat piece or like a kit piece or something, and then it came out for everybody last year. And this I'm stitching on a piece of 36 count fabric that I didn't know what it was But somebody said, but it definitely has fabric softener in it. And somebody had mentioned, I think it was Sally actually, that XJU Designs uses fabric softener. So maybe, I'm not positive. But anyway, that's the progress I got. I love this needle minder. It's from Mad for Minders. And I love this. Like, it's a capital A and an A, and then they just went BC. It's, you know, kids. What are you going to do? So anyway, this is a piece of 36 count. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's from. There's a chance it's an XJU design. It's really gorgeous, and I love her fabric, so I wouldn't say that that's a bad chance. It's all called for in Classic Colorworks. I did a few substitutions for, like, the red color was supposed to be something else. Ruby slippers, maybe, and I just picked pomegranate. Again, handy trick. I take a picture of the key and laminate them, and makes it a lot easier. So that was Back to School Sal #1, as well as Sampler September. You know what? What am I going to do with these bags? That's a question for another time. But this is what I'm running into. So I started this, and it's had its time. Do I just add it? Anyway, that's a question for future care. Then I started, this was my second back to school start, which, you know, me, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. This is also a Kathy's Posies bag. Hello, it has Fergus, and so that's what we had to do. So this is the piece that I started my first time using Vicki Clayton Silks. It is Winter Wonderland by Blackbird Designs. I almost said Black Sheep. And I am doing this on 40 count Barb's blend. Look how teeny. And I have to say, I really like the Vicki Clayton Silks. They're, I don't know if this is a term, but they're round, and so they're shiny. And they fray a bit at the end, but it's not bad. But I just, look at those tiny stitches. Teeny tiny. So this, I'm having a great time with. So I will say, I had decided to just cut lengths as I needed them. And I have this Bitsy Keep, I think, from That's So Kelly. You put the symbols here. I don't know. I may just end up cutting them all and putting them on floss drops. The whole, like, having to have this box and everything, I don't know. It's a little more fiddly than I want. So, we'll see. I'm putting it away for now, so I'm not going to do anything about it right now. But that was my second Sampler September start with Back to School start as well. So, those were in September, and then yesterday for the 1st of October, my friends, Petals and Pins, Christina, and Wanda's Stitching Kitchen started our Sal. Again, every year we do this, and every year hashtag Black Cat Sale counts. Any project with a black cat. But then we also choose something to do. So we just chose to take something from this book. This is Hello Halloween by Teresa Kogut. And I am stitching, you know, you'd think the girl would use like a Post-it or something. But I didn't. I'm stitching Spooky. And Christina is doing something fabulous. She is taking these two projects, and she liked this witch, but these cats. So she's going to cut off the village and do these cats under. Isn't that fun? So that's what she's doing. And then I know both Alex, Salak Stitcher, and Sally are doing, I believe this. I know Alex started this yesterday, and she converted it all to sulkies. So she's doing this big one, and I know Sally's going to start too. So if you are doing something from this book, hashtag it Hello Halloween Sal, as well as Black Cat Sal. And then if you're doing anything else, just hashtag it Black Cat Sal. So I am stitching on Osnaburg fabric. I just put a huge piece in here because I figure I'm going to do like 5 or 6 projects. So, and then I just got to start on my S. So, I purchased this bag from That's So Kelly Co. And I just have a huge piece of fabric in here. And then I went ahead and I got the DMCs for, I think, 5 projects. So I have intentions of, let me see. Oh, this one's going to be a pain. I have thoughts of just doing this cat row. I would love to do the whole thing at some point. I just have so many big projects. Sorry, guys. I also like this Black Cat Broom Company. I also love the Good Witch. I love Primwitch, and Laura, the cereal starter, started this one, and it's super cute. This little cat with the hat on it. So cute. And I love these kitties. So I have a lot of plans to stitch a lot of things. So we'll see how many I get done. And then, yeah, I love both of these too. I have one pretty similar to this, so I might do that one. So anyway, if I finish Spooky before the end of October, I'm just going to keep going. And I just wanted to also say, so Wanda has not decided yet what she's going to do. She was thinking of another Teresa Kogut Black Cat, and so it reminded me of him. This is called Snarky Cat, and I stitched this. After I finished Surprise Kitty last year, I finished this as my Black Cat Sal. So that's an option, and this was actually a project we did a few years ago. We hashtagged this MC Black Cat Sal. It's a Madame Chantilly piece, and I loved this. Look at the back for that. It's so cute. So I was taking these out for Halloween, and I thought, I'll show you. So again, Black Cat Sal. Any black cat. Any black cat. There were 2 or 3 black cats in Cross Stitch the Globe's free charts. So any black cat, join us. And if you want to do something from this, Hello Halloween as well as Black Cat Sal. So anyway, it's spooky season. It's 91 degrees here, so I don't know what. I don't know who's giving us the spooks anymore, but so it goes. So join us. All right, so those were my starts, and those were all 2 threads a day too. So yeah, I've gotten myself into a bit of a sticky spot, but we'll get there. All right, so then these were my Pick-a-Whip bags. So sorry, good Lord. I think, so this is the last one I showed you. This is Rest a While, Quilting with Nico. And Quilting with Nico bag. It's Plum Street Samplers. Rest a While. Again, I'm doing the whole thing, and it's way bigger than I thought. I think I might also just do him at the end. I did not get much progress on this. Like at all. No, I don't think I did. I think I finished this vine and started on that acorn. So, goodness gracious, like I said, I should probably chill out on the 2 threads a day and give these some attention. I guess. All right, and then, oddly, for bag 36, my son picked, this is my back to school Sal 2 Electro Boogaloo project from last year. And it is, oh, why are you being hard to find? It is from Modern Folk Embroidery, Stag Among the Roses. I'm stitching this on a 40 count XJU design Rocky Mountain with the called for DMC. And this is so fun. So I was able to finish this tree over here. And there are so many little bits, and I just wonder, do you think the girl just had little lengths of floss, and so that's why she made so many color changes, or was she just so excited? I don't know. I love thinking about things like that. So I was able to finish that. This over here. So there's a lot more to go. I finished that. So I'm moving on to this, and I am kind of taking this as bands. That's the plan anyway. So that was bag 36, and I'll just show you I'm doing it with the called for DMCs, which are just, my light is really muting things out. These are much brighter than they look. So, oh, and I didn't show you. This is in an Evertote bag that I love. Look at those colors. So pretty. So pretty. Evertote. All right, bag 37. This is a bag. It's a TARDIS bag that I got from Nell at Little Yellow House Crafts, who I hope comes back soon because I love her. And this, ooh, I don't think, I know I don't have a picture of this, or at least recently, so hold on. And this is from an Etsy shop. It's right there. I don't think it exists anymore. But this is Rainbow Cat, and I'm stitching it on 22 count Hardinger with the called for DMCs. Ooh. So I got all this filled in, which was really good. They're very tiny stitches, but I think it's cool. And so, yeah, I started this a long time ago. I meant to write it down, but it's been well over 10 years. But I still love it, and I still have it here with all its stuff, and so I'll keep plugging away. All right, bag 38 is, oh, my favorite. This is a Quilting with Nico bag. Look at the mushroom hats. It's from obviously the same line of them cooking with their little hats on. It's so cute. It's so cute. And this is a Kathy Barrick design. This is called Gregory in the Garden. This is called Gregory in the Garden. And I first saw this on, Trisha has a bird wall. And I saw this dead in the middle and thought, ah! So I am stitching this Kathy Barrick charts and MPIs, but I'm using the DMC conversion. It's very pretty. And this is on a 40 count Fortnite Fabrics. And as with Kathy Barrick, it's dense stitching, but it is real pretty. So I filled in all these leaves, did this little flower, and then started, there's a couple colors in each of those leaves. So I did all those, and that needle miter got a lot of love on Instagram. Oh, my favorite. I know. So that was bag 38. So again, these are probably getting 2 threads a day as well, but I don't know. There's just so many new things that you want to join, and I don't know. So I'm just doing my best. All right, and then this is 39. So this is this week's bag. This is also from Evertote. I love this combination. It's just so classy and beautiful. And this bag actually has 2 projects in it, but I think I'm just going to work on one. So this is the other project that's in here. This is called Shelter from the Storm by Scattered Seed Samplings. It's these 3 little bunnies. And this is 36 count summer khaki. This all is over 1. And I think the other project I might be able to finish. So if so, I'll get to that one. But this is the other project. This is from Hands On Design, Pomme et Sage. And there's a whole series of these, but this one kept calling to me. It just kept coming up in people's stuff, and I liked it. So I don't have intentions of doing the other ones, but I love this. And I'm doing it with the called for threads. Oop, sorry, everything is sliding today. Slip sliding away. And so there we are. And so there's a line here. Oh, that was a question. So I'm here. So there's a line here, and then some bowls and some apples is what I have left. Now, see all these single stitches? I think I'm going to leave them off. I understand why they're there, because it's like dried sage, right? Give me your votes. I just don't want to carry all those stitches around. This is 40 count vintage country mocha. So give me your vote. Should I do all these little diddly dots, or should I leave them off? I may wait until I'm all the way done with it and see what it says. And then here's an old finish. I love this one. This is from Annie B's folk art, God Save the Queen. And I did her crown in like silver. So that's another reason why I think I can get this one actually done. Plus, I would like to finish those both. I wasted a lot of fabric in the middle, but that's okay. So that's this week's pull, and I'm just gonna, as opposed to spending time on both, I'm gonna really go for that finish. Oh, sorry. Ugh. Okay, whew, that's my whips. Yikes. All right, so I now have, I'm going on to haul. And then I actually pulled out, in the spirit of FFOing, as you recall, I FFO'd. No, UFO'd. 2 projects last time. I brought down my full coverage boxes, and we're gonna look at those. So, first haul. I got my Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I'm going to tell you, this magazine, there's so many good punch needles in this time. Yuck. I will not become a punch needler. I can't. So, this magazine, it's fantastic. Get it. It's $10. If you subscribe to it, you get all the old ones digitally free. So, it's a wonderful magazine. And I think it says, yeah, 10 years in publication. Let's keep it going. So there's that. And then we had a big fire here, and we were right on the line of having to be evacuated. And so we had to pack up, and I wasn't really in fear that we would lose our house, but what I noticed was like cross stitch was the last thing on my mind. I took my 2 threads a day bag because I thought, well, I'll need something to do. But like my old cross stitch, I just didn't think about it. And so it just made me think about how do it. Just use it. Use it. You don't need to save it because who knows what could happen, right? So use it. And so as I've said before on this channel, I was a big sticker book collector. And so I have these little sets of stickers, and they're called puzzle pairs. And so, you know, because of me, they only make sense together, right? You're not going to pull those 2 stickers apart. Come on. So what I did, I was laminating a few color codes. And so I laminated these because I'm never going to stick them. I've had them since I was a child, and I'm going to be 50 next month. So not even sure they would stick. So, but what I thought I could do is I laminated them. And then I ordered these little hooks from Amazon. And I have intentions of like boop a little hole in there and put on a hook, and then it becomes a bag tag that I can write the project on. So we're gonna see if that works. I'm not sure it'll work, but I'm gonna try it in the spirit of like, I don't know what I'm saving all this stuff for. It's time to use it. Start the things, stitch the things, gift the things, whatever you do, because I can tell you when I left my house, all those pillows were left and I was fine. All these were left. It was fine. I didn't care. I like to stitch them. So my thought was to take stitching to do as opposed to things I have. So, and I'm not preaching to anybody, do whatever you want, but I just thought I might as well use those for something. So that was that. I also ordered some rickrack from Amazon. Apparently I don't understand rickrack sizing. I bought that one that was huge, and this is kind of teeny, but I think it'll be able to work. I want to try some more of that finishing with the beads on it. All right. Then I ordered, as I said, I got that new pattern, Talk to Me Goose, and I also got this. I just think it's so cute. Stitches by Ethel, who I had never heard of. And this is called Music in the Woodlands. And look how cute that little squirrel is. And it's not giant. It's 90 by 55, so it's not huge. But, so I ordered that. I ordered fabric for my and floss for my Feast of Friendship sale. So actually I'll put these aside and talk about it when I get to it. Okay. Oh guys, I have stuff everywhere. Okay. Then I ordered, the whole point was to finish my Mill Hill kit, not buy more. But I had to. Look at that little turkey guy. So I was born on Thanksgiving, and my 50th birthday is going to be on Thanksgiving, so I am all about the turkeys right now. So that one, and then this cute little one, this apple tree. I don't know. I loved these big beads as the apples. So yes, the whole point is to be getting rid of things, but as is my way, I'm just adding to the pot. And then I placed an order with Under the Woolen Willow, Michelle, and it's always a joy when something from Michelle shows up at my door. And this one was extra joyful. Hi, Turkey. And like this little cute, his little feet are a little heart. It's so prim and cute and wonderful. I love him. So like I said, all about the turkeys right now. But Michelle, Under the Woolen Willow, always a treasure. So I just love that. Oh my God. Okay. All right. And then I got needle minders for some reason. This is my stitchy group that I meet with. It's entirely their fault. Did I just show my address? Oh, who cares? These are from Gina's Unique Boutique. I have been buying needle minders from her for years and years and years. And these are from her Etsy shop. Somebody from the group had bought a few and I went over, and she has so many funny ones. So I just had to buy a few. So I got a hamburger. And these are the plastic ones. They're resin and they're all flat. So the needles stick really well. So I got a burger. Sorry, I'm wrapping these back up so I don't end up just with a pile of things all stuck to each other. I got Release the Kraken. That's what we used to say. Darren hated his car seat, and so we'd drive somewhere, and when we got there, my brother started it. He was like, Release the Kraken. So that's there. My same brother used to always tell me to open up a can of hoop bass on the situation, so I'm sorry if that's a curse word. I had to. My brother is 7 years older than me, and so he was all about like, be tough, gotta stand up for yourself. So that's another thing. Like I say, talk to me, Goose. I also say, well, I'm gonna have to open up a can of hoop bass on the situation. I got bring me a coffee and tell me I'm pretty. My husband brings me the coffee every morning, and it's a very sweet thing, and it just felt sweet. And then she sent this fun freebie. Here, have these been out of focus? She sent me this fun freebie, but first coffee, which is brilliant. So, Gina's Unique Boutique on Etsy. Very affordable. They came very quickly. They're very well packaged. I'm very happy with those. Not that I need another needle minder for any sort of reason, but so it goes. And then my friend Quilting with Nico put up this bag and said, are they chickens or croissants? And I said, well, I love chickens and I love croissants. So make that bag be mine. And then she's so cute. I was her 1,000th customer, which is crazy. And so she sent me a little needle minder as well. So that just needs to be filled with something, which will happen toot sweet. Okay, this is kind of, and then my last piece of haul. As I said, I'm into the turkeys, and so I ordered this from the 805 Stitcher. This is a new Teresa Kogut, and it's so cute. So it's turkeys everywhere, and then this cute little like hand-drawn fall stuff on the inside. It's so cute. So I got that, and I got that to house my Feast of Friendship that I am starting on November 1st. So as I said, I kind of went back and forth. This calls for a lot of fancy floss that I just couldn't take that all on. So as I said, I went on to Instagram and asked people, because there were 3 blues in here. And so Mary said, Mary Bright said, I stitched it with all 3. I just suggest you pick one blue that you like and stitch it with that. So I picked blue corn. It has a slight variegation to it, but I also picked summer khaki, and so it's gonna look really good on that. And then the two others I picked pumpkin pie for the pumpkin, and then I picked the called for the pedestal thing. And then all the rest I'm doing in DMC, or I had mulberry, so whatever mulberry is used for in there, I am going to do that. And as I said, I am starting this on November 1st with my friend Sharon, and there's already a hashtag for it called Feast of Friendship for Lisa. Lisa is Lost in Stitches, wonderful floss tuber. And so we're just going to use that hashtag. No need to start another. But so this, we're going to start on November 1st, kind of a celebration of birthday, my birthday. And so, and I just wanted to say, so when this chart came out, I am not a person with a lot of friends. I have a small group from high school I'm still friends with, a small group from college, a little group of moms basically from when our kids met in kindergarten, but I don't work, and so it makes it hard, and my husband's job is very insular for him, and so I just don't meet a lot of people. And so when this chart came out, I loved it, but I just thought, well, Feast of Friendship just does not, like, that's imposter syndrome through the roof for me. It's just not how I would describe my life. Until this past year. And so the past year I joined the stitching group that meets in my town. This in fact was a gift from somebody in that group, and I'm starting it with somebody in that group. And that group of women has been really helpful to me. They're always so positive, and they care about my kid, and they care about each other, and they're really sweet. And then I have started these Zoom calls with stitchers all across the world. It's crazy. And it's through Instagram and this social media stuff that I feel too old for, but I have found my way into, and just in the last few months have been doing these Zoom calls and have people I really think of as friends. And then down to this here, you and me. It's real. It's real. And so I now get to do this cross stitch with all my new cross stitch friends in mind. And I don't feel like a fraud anymore. And so, anyway, God, I'm such a blabberer. So anyway, come and join us if you would like. I know a lot of people have already stitched this, but it's beautiful, it's fall, it's bountiful for the harvest, and I feel really, really lucky. And I'm very excited. So, November 1st, Sharon. We got Sharon, I got turkeys, I'm all set to go. And then that brings me to my last plan before we get to these big things. I'm going to have to move this. Empty. The last plan I have was actually a plan from last year. But sometime this month, I am going to do this. This is from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, 2022 fall. So again, if you want to do this, this is a Liz Matthews pattern, and I believe it's Boo. So Black Cat Sal #1. I think Liz Matthews now sells this, but also if you get yourself a subscription to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, you can go back and get the digital copy from 2022. And so I had said I was going to stitch this for Stitchy Sarah's spot. She does a hashtag of stitch smalls from PNPS. And I had that all ready to go last year, and I didn't do it. And so it is getting done this year. So that's another hope. So, and it has a black cat in it. So black cat Sal, all of the above. So that's my only other thought. Sorry, not plans, thoughts. So that's kind of my Flosstube as it is. What I wanted to talk about is these are when I first got back into stitching, I started some full coverage designs, and I haven't stitched on any of them in at least a few years. I had showed you Perlock Holmes, and that one is actually downstairs, and I do intend to do that one. That is a Gecko Rouge design that I showed a while back. But these are all, so these three are Hayes, Heaven and Earth designs. And this, the first one I'm going to tell you who designed this. This is actually a design from Eclectic Bloke Designs. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like a dime store detective novel cover. And I'm going to tell you the problem with this one. So, and I just don't know if it's surmountable. So I have, here's all the floss. And I'm stitching it on 25 count mushroom Lugana. Good Lord. A very big piece. Oh God, that's a great needle minder in here. Holy cow. I might need to do it just for the needle minder. Anyway, this is as far as I've got. But look at that needle minder. Oh my gosh. And a little steampunk owl. And this I actually got in London when I was a child. But anyway, I'm going to show you the problem with this. So I bought this design, unfortunately, after the designer had passed away. Eclectic Bloke Designs has an amazing website, actually, still, that was the first place to kind of talk about all the acronyms of cross stitch, like FFO or WIP or UFO or whatever. And so that's how I stumbled across it. And unfortunately, he did pass away. And so I bought this because I wanted to kind of honor him. And what happened was, and I can show you this because you're never going to be able to see, but in that very top part, and it's just in this like top part of the chart, it got designed with quarter stitches. And so I've been just having to go through this whole part and just kind of pick one of the colors to use, which is really hard. Now, once I get through like this first, no, it goes all the way down. So I'll show you. So this is page 1 of however many. I think I have to UFO it. I just don't think I can stitch it because now I'm looking and they do come all the way down. I'm pretty sure I remember that at some point in the chart it stops. But this is one of 7 pages across that obviously all have it, and it looks like possibly the next 7 do too. And I just don't think I can do that. It's just, they're half stitches. But so you have to kind of decide which color it is. And I'm sure it wouldn't probably matter, but it is so much brain work to do. And so I don't know. I don't know. I think, well, I'm taking the needle minders off. That's for sure. It doesn't need to be holding on to cool needle minders. But so that one is actually like, I would love to stitch this because I think it is amazing and I think it is cool. But there's a literal challenge with the chart. So I don't know if I can do that. Now, these other ones, so these are all Heaven and Earth designs. And this is how I would kind of stitch a full coverage. So this is a scrapbooking box. And then I put the color key on the top. I have my own, like it has its own scissors, its own whatever. And I keep all the floss on rings. So see, look at all this floss. It's just sitting in this bag for years and years. And then I have little, in here, I have its own little scissors and pens and whatever I need. So they're all kind of like on the go. And so these are all Heaven and Earth designs. And I had watched a video. What was it called? Sorry, I thought I wrote it down. I did. It's a Flosstube video, Crafting Gaming Jamie. Crafting Gaming Jamie. Gamie. And she did a comparison of Heaven and Earth charts to pain-free charts. Now, I don't have any pain-free charts, so I don't know. But it seemed that pain-free took a little more time and conscientiousness to make sure that the picture that you buy from matches the chart that you get. And so that is my problem with this piece. So this is a piece that I got, God, who knows? It's a Jane Wooster. It's called like Candlelight. I can find out what it's called. Hold on. Candlelight and Moonlight. Candlelight and Moonlight. And I love that. Right? And so when I bought this, I bought the mini version. And I was told that it will still look like the picture that you buy, even though it's the mini version. Okay, and so I am stitching this on 22 count Hardinger. And this is where I am. Okay, so I've done a lot. But you can see how foggy that is, right? And that is that part of the chart, which looks much more like a building and less kind of like, okay, I can't hold them up together, unfortunately. But like, you're not seeing the lines in the house. You're not even seeing a clear window. And so obviously what I like about this chart is all these fine details. Oh, stop. Sorry. Like I want to be able to see the record player in the window or whatever. And I just don't think it's going to happen. So I'm up here. There it is. I don't think it's going to happen. It's a mini version, which I now know isn't great. It has all this floss in here. And so I'm going to de-kit the floss. I will keep this. There's no way I'm frogging that. That's never happening. So I will have it and I will have the pattern. But I just think that, oh, that's the other part. I can show you the other part. I just don't think it's going to be as, oh God, these Qsnaps have been on here for, I don't use Qsnaps anymore either. Maybe I will if I don't have it stuck in here. But like you can see too, even like the tree branches and the, I mean, now that I look at it here, it doesn't really look bad. But I just don't think at the end of the day, it's going to look the way I want to. The way I want it. So I'm de-kitting that one. I will save the fabric and stuff. I think I'm probably going to end up de-kitting Alien Detective because I just don't think that I can fight with that chart for as long as I'm going to have to fight with it. Now these two, I think I'm going to keep. So this one is Queen Elizabeth. Now again, this is a mini that I bought. And so it's probably not going to be as detailed as I want it to be. But I've gotten one page done there. And you can tell it's not as clear as that. Oh, sorry. It's not as clear as that. Not even close. But I love this one. And I don't know. I'm keeping it for now. But I have a feeling like I doubt you're going to be able to see that little mouse very clearly in her hands. I do feel like I saw somebody stitch this mini though, and like it worked. And so maybe I'll have to look for that before I make my choice. So far I'm keeping this one just because I love it so much. So tell me if you've seen somebody stitch this one or know somebody that I could like compare it to. This is the mini version. I think, you know, that was obviously my mistake, was thinking that that would be okay. And then finally, this isn't a mini version, but the designs happen to be smaller. And this is Black Swan. So this was back a long time ago. Teresa Little Stitcher, the first thing she stitched was the white swan version of this. And so that's what made me buy it. And like I said, this isn't a mini. It just happens to be a little bit smaller than. So this is Jasmine Beckett Griffith, Faces of Fairy 201. And like I said, it's not a mini. It just happens to be a smaller design. And I mean, first of all, I've gotten a long way on this one. But like you can see, her crown is pretty crowny. And the swan, you know, it doesn't look exactly the same at all. I mean, that's kind of bright and 3D, and this is more blacked out. But I've gotten so far on this, and so I'm like right here. Oh, sorry. I'm like right here on the swan. So I am almost at the bottom of that page. I still have so much left to go. But I don't think I can give this one up. I think I've just done too much on it. And I have faith that this one is going to turn out. Because Teresa Little Stitcher's turned out. And like I said, this is the same version. It's a different pattern, but it's the same version that I know she stitched. It's definitely darker than the picture though. So, I don't know when I'll stitch this again, but I'm going to save this one. So I'm going to save that one for sure. I don't know about Queen Elizabeth. For right now, I'm saving her. I think I'm definitely unkidding this one, which sucks. I love it, but it's just not going to happen. And I think I have to give up on this one just because the chart is just going to be too much trouble. And I did contact them, and his sister had taken over, but she was like, I don't know how he charted. I can resell the charts, but I don't know how he made them and stuff. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm not worried about that at all. The other full coverage, I showed this one. This is Gecko Rouge, and it's coming out beautifully. Unfortunately, I have 2 more kitted after that. And I have this one somewhere. I'm like in this tree. I'll keep that one. It's turning out so far. Oh, and then I did at some point, I kitted this, and I kitted this as a mini because I thought it's okay because it's already foggy to begin with. I fully kitted it and I haven't even started it, and that's been like 6 years. Oh, I don't know. It's such a waste. Oh, it's such a waste. And then, of course, here's my Perla combs, which I'm like in this very corner of, but I'm not giving that one up at all. Plus, the Gecko Rouge kits turn out. They are good kits. So, and they're kits. They only are sold as kits, and they turn out. So, God, I don't know. The Faces of Hair, I've done too much on. I can't give up on it. I think I need to give up on these other two, and I might need to just de-kit stuff. I can always buy more DMC. I know. It's all just so wasteful. I don't know. I have a hard time. I love cross stitching. It brings me absolute joy, and I do produce a lot, and I make pillows, and I give gifts, and I really do. But I also have a closet full of what feels like very wasteful spending that I am starting to, I guess when you hit 50, you're like, girl, your time's running out. And I just bought a bunch more. Okay, so anyway, do you have advice? Do you have advice? Have you seen that Queen Elizabeth done, and it's done well, and so I should have it? I mean, who knows what happens if like something happens in a year, and I mean, Teresa Little Stitcher, she had to have surgery, and that's why she stitched Haid, and so it's like, that could happen to me. And I might just want one thing that I just, and I actually love full coverage stitching. There is something very meditative about it, having that chart and crossing. I don't know. I do like it. It's just so slow that I haven't picked these up. And these aren't in bags, so they won't get picked for my son. And okay, I'm going on now. Anyway, if you have any advice about anything, let me know. If it's just, I don't know, go to therapy, that's probably reasonable. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please comment. Feel free to join me next month for Feast of Friendship. Feel free to join in this month with any sort of Black Cat or Hello Halloween or Teresa Kogut or any of the fun spooky stitches. We would love to have you. Just hashtag Black Cat Sal or Hello Halloween Sal. Yeah, I just need to stop talking. So we'll do it again soon. Bye. Aaron!